So today, we're going to go over which room you should consider at the Shibuya Excel Hotel Tokyo. Okay? Now, there's a lot of rooms in Tokyo, there's a lot of hotels in Tokyo, but we're going to discover which one is going to give you the best option so that you can make an informed decision. Now look, when it comes to this hotel, you got 9.2. It's a wonderful hotel, 2,000 reviews. We're not going to go over the details. Let's already accept that this is a good hotel. Okay? Done. We just want to know the best view. Now, before we go over that, let me go over the specific details that we're going to cover. Okay, we're gonna go over the specific room that you should consider along with the views that you can expect. So this is the hotel. Okay, I'm earthing it here. This is Google Earth. This is Shibuya. Now once we go down, okay, let's see where it's located. This is the hotel. Okay, great. What's great about it? Look at that. Boom. You know what that is, right? That's Shibuya crossing. That's Shibuya crossing right there. Now if you don't know, you may be thinking, Lindo, who cares? It's just a pedestrian crossing. No, you don't understand. This is right here, okay? This is the busiest pedestrian intersection in the world. I need you to realize something. When you look through all sides here, do you know what happens here? Do you know what happens here? Up to 3,000 people cross at once. 3,000 people cross at once. And it could get up to the max, from the last thing that I heard, up to 400,000 people cross here per day. Up to 400,000. That is insane. And that's why I would highly consider, if you're even going to be in the Shibuya area, you need a hotel that's going to give you a good view. You need to be able to see 3,000 people at once from a bird's eye view. Okay, you can immediately, from your hotel room, go there and decide to be part of the scramble. They call it Shibuya Scramble, and they have that for a reason. Okay, but especially at night, unbelievable. Okay, so this is why it's so famous, and this is why a lot of people want to be able to see this view. Okay, so this is why also I'm curious, which is gonna be the best view from this hotel? Which room is going to offer you the best view? So let's jump into that right now. Now look, when you come down here and you decide that you're going to look through rooms, you're going to have some trouble because you're going to be looking through 27 rooms. I don't know about you, but I don't have time to be looking through 27 rooms and guessing. So what I decided to do is to call up the hotel. I called up the hotel. I said, hey, I got a problem. They said, what's your problem? I said, well, I don't know which room to consider. So my question was very simple. Which room is going to offer me the best view? And without a doubt, the guy said the corner twin crossing view, and that's this right here. Okay, non-smoking, and it's from the 13th to 19th floor. So depending on which floor you prefer, you can make a request. You could go from 13th to 19th. Now let's look at the photos. So this is right now, you don't know what to expect from here, right? Because you're like, okay, cool. I can see from the outside. I can see the outside, but what can I actually expect? Unfortunately, the photos don't do justice here. So that's why I had to make the phone call. Okay, I said, okay, so which is going to offer me the best view? 13th to the 19th floor. I think this is kind of obvious, but just to break it down, 19th view is going to give you the most macro view. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back here. Okay, so the 19th floor is going to give you a very wide macro view. Okay, while the 13th floor, clearly you're going to be a little closer and it's going to give you more of a micro view. So this, and he specifically said, it really depends on the preference of the customer. So this is really going to just depend on if you want to be able to have wide shots in your photos, because you're going to do selfies. Don't tell me you're not going to do a selfie. Of course you are. With you, maybe your family, you're going as a couple, I know you're going to take photos. Okay, so it depends. If you want to be able to have a really nice background where it's a wide shot, you can see everything, then clearly go for the 18th and 19th floor. But if you want more clarity in the photos, clarity of the the people, or you want them to appear bigger, because obviously the higher you go, the smaller they're going to look, right? So depending on that, then you would go with the 13th floor. My personal recommendation is to take the highest floor available. So if the 19th floor is available, take it. The 18th floor, take it. Because you're going to see such a really nice dynamic view. You're going to see from the 19th to 18th floor. You're going to go down there and you're going to be able to experience that as well. So look, that's what they have to offer. And this will be the corner twin crossing view would be the room for you to actually consider. So look, even though this hotel is nice and the restaurants here, oh yeah, that looks good. Even though it's nice, what I recommend is to not make a rush decision. Okay. In the description, I have a list of other hotels for you to consider. at least you can compare your options. This is a solid one, but there's some other ones as well that maybe you'll be more interested in. Maybe you'll say, no, I'm definitely interested in this specific, in the Shibuya one. That's fine, but it's important for you, especially if you're coming to Japan for the first time, coming to Tokyo for the first time, you don't really know what to consider, you want to see your options. I would say look at the options, look down the description, and then make an informed decision. But this is going to be it, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great time in Tokyo.